Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, The Lord's Weapons of His Indignation. The Lord's weapons of His indignation. Call halal, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawahshi, call halal, Yamla, Allahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawahshi. And, something that's on my spirit, and as the title reads, the Lord's weapons of His indignation. This will be straight to the point, a quick hit. Prophecy continues to speak. The Lord told you in the scripture that the first woe come, the second woe come, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. We already had World War I. We already had World War II. We're approaching the final war, the war of Armageddon. The Lord is coming back to destroy you other nations' military might. You other nations are going into captivity. You're in big, big trouble for blaspheming the Lord, starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks. On what you have done, you put up that false image of some pale skin, long hair, blue eyed, and named him Jesus the Christ, aka Caesar Borgia. And what you have done, you other nations, what you have done to the Lord's chosen people, to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You've all played a part and joined in hand to, to destroy them and keep them down. Ultimately, Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks. And, we see, today, Iran, or the Israelis, did an attack on Iran, and this is huge, man. We're in these biblical times. This is the end. And to you Hebrew Israelites, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, it's time to pick a side. Because you still have these lessons going up on the internet and men out there on the highways and hedges. It's time to pick a side. It's time. Our people continue to keep trusting and voting for these these different presidents, and trusting in these so-called political leaders, and continue to keep believing, and looking up to these celebrities and your sports athletes. The Lord has raised up a particular men out of his people in this end, the prophets, the teachers, starting with the apostles on down here at Great Millstone. See? And the scriptures tell you the Lord has called. He's still calling. He's not going to come down here by himself to talk to you. He set up his men. He told you, I've sent to you all my prophets still unto this day. Because this is destruction coming. There's destruction that's coming. And we know the plagues are increasing. He told you he was going to increase the famine, the pestilence, until you are destroyed. There's nowhere to go. That day of the Lord is like a fleeing. What it say? Roughly paraphrasing it, but fleeing from a lion, and then dodging a bear, and then running into the house and putting your hand on the wall and get bit by the serpent. You come across a lion that's vicious. To meet a lion face to face, it'll shake you up. And then to come across a bear, that'll damn near take the breath out of you, man. And then being able to escape, you think you'll be able to escape that, and then going into the, thinking you get away, and then getting bit by the serpent, the snake. There's nowhere to go, man. You may escape the famine. You may escape the pestilence. You may escape the violence and these wild animals out here, but you're not going to escape those missiles, those ICBM missiles that are coming. Let me go here. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. This will be straight to the point, a quick hit, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Lord's chosen people. You Hebrew Israelites, it's time to pick. You better pick a side. You better come back to your power. The Lord, the scripture tell you every single word of the Lord is pure. This is the #1 selling book of all times. It tells you how much better is it to get wisdom than gold. The Lord's word abideth forever. The gospel, these scriptures are the ticket to salvation. Don't be a hearer, but also be a doer. Do what the Lord say. The Lord getting ready to shut them doors of mercy, man. The doors in the ark, like in the days of Noah. Let me go here. Zechariah. Let me go here. Zechariah 12. Zechariah 12 and 9. And it reads, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all nations. See? All nations that come against Jerusalem. And we know Jerusalem is a people before a place. See? And matter of fact, let me go here. And we know you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, that's Jerusalem. That's Israel. It's a people before a place. Those small hats, those 1948ers over there in the land right now of Israel, those are not the real people. You have some Jakes that are scattered among them, but a good majority of them, that's not them. They're not the Lord's true people. It's being revealed. I tell you that the Lord is going to restore his people back in that land, and they shall be not afraid. Nothing's ever going to happen to them. And the Lord, the Messiah, the Holy Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he's going to be in the kingdom. He's going to be in the land present when he restores his people back in the land. See? Let me go here. The Lord said he coming like a thief in the night. Isaiah. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. That whirlwind. Things are picking up. A lot of people just about to be caught completely off guard. Completely. The Lord told you, those that don't believe, you're gonna perish in your non-belief. Those that don't believe in the Lord in these scriptures, you're gonna perish in your non-belief. Isaiah 13. I'll close out with these last few. Isaiah 13 and 1, and it reads, it says, the burden of Babylon which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. And we know Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezra, Saint John the Revelator, they all seen this vision. They couldn't understand it, but in the end here, the Lord has his prophets out here, and we understand the end. There's a certain particular men out of the Lord's people that understand the end. They have the full 144% truth. That's why you have to come to Great Millstone, because this is where, out of the whole world, this is where the truth is dwelling, starting with the apostles on down. See? Out of the whole world. It says two. It says lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. It says exalt the voice of unto them. It says shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. See? This banner, the truth. And this is what we're doing. This brother's going out to the highways and hedges, doing all these lessons, sighing and crying. We're exalting the voice of the Lord, man. Every day. The Hebrew Israelites, we're exalting the Lord's voice. It says 3, it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger. The Elohim, the angels, man. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. 4, it says, the noise of a multitude, the mountains like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. See? The kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, mustereth the host of the battle. Just like I read to you in Zechariah right now, the Lord told you he's gonna destroy all nations that what they have done to his people. He's gathering you, all you nations military. He's gathering you over there in that Middle East right now. There's a heavy military presence in the so-called Middle East. There ain't gonna be no peace, man, until the Lord restores until he destroys you other nations' military might, and the Lord restores his people, his true people, and restore them back in that land. It ain't gonna be no peace. See? This is it. This is it. This is the final stretch. You nations are in big trouble. Trouble. It says 5. It says, I'll close out with this. It says 5. It says they come from a far country. It says from the end of heaven. It says even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation. See? The weapons of his indignation. It says to destroy the whole land. And what are the weapons of his indignation? Those ICBM missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. They travel through different continents. And he's going to destroy this place, the U.S., in 1 hour. That's what he said. It's going to take 1 hour for him to wipe this place off the face of the earth, man. It's going to be one big giant desert. And that place, in Jerusalem, in Israel, that place is going to be hit by thermonuclear fire. It's going to be destroyed, but it's going to be built back up, because that's where the kingdom is going to be at. See, this is what's coming. This was what's on the table. The Lord said, all these things must come to pass. Shalom.